koutou and welcome to Frogs on Friday. I'm Shannon Barlow, the Managing Director for Frog Recruitment. Today I'm joined by Shavneel Narayan to announce, he gets the lucky job of announcing our Temp of the month, as well as we will have our usual sections on Mahi Media, go through some of our top jobs for the week and our social media poll. So let's start with the news in recruitment and employment this week. Okay, so the last few weeks I've been talking about the rise in living costs and that huge increase in CPI or inflation rates. And I was speculating on whether or not the increase in wages and salaries would keep up with that. So just yesterday, the wage inflation results were released. So let's have a look at how that came out. Okay, so first of all so we can see the unemployment rate. So that has gone down to 3.2%. So again, those record lows for unemployment. And if we look through to what impact that has had, so big demand on good quality talent. We've talked about how one of the biggest challenges for employers is finding good staff and to be able to keep driving the business forward. And all of those increase in living costs, so we're feeling the pain at the petrol pump, at the groceries. So let's have a look to see how that affected the changes to salaries and wages. So if we can see here for the last, there's still quite a big gap there. So for the last quarter, you'll see that huge increase in the CPI. And then, sorry, Jacob, if you can put the wage increase up there. So the numbers for that has gone up to 3%. So not obviously not quite reaching those levels of 6.9% for living costs, but we're slowly but surely seeing that rise. And as I said, something has to give with the pressure, and candidates are in a strong position to be able to drive for those salary increases. Let's have a look to see what's happening in other areas of the world as well. So here we have the last results. So they haven't released the results in Australia for this quarter, but you can see that their levels were still quite low and they hadn't quite realised that increase in wages, but very similar markets across Australia, and can expect to see that pressure on wages and salaries to be able to increase, to be able to secure the limited talent that is across Australia and New Zealand. Okay, let's go through to our job section. Okay, so the first one up is a data entry and administration role. So this firm is going through a system change, so really need some extra pair of hands on deck to be able to go through the data entry to push through those changes. So someone can jump straight in there. And we're seeing this a lot, I guess this trend a lot within our clients. We're looking for, to keep the business going, they'll be looking for some administrative temps for short-term periods or projects to be able to take some of that pressure off the rest of the team. If you're interested in this one's based in our Auckland CBD, paying a good rate for a data entry role, $25 to $26 per hour. If you're interested and available, get in touch with Kirsty. Okay, one of our roles from Wellington. So as always in the hunt for good people with policy experience. In this case, they have a role for a senior policy advisor or analyst, and looking at providing high quality policy advice and analysis, working on complex projects, and really taking a leading role in relationships with both internal and external stakeholders. And there may even be a chance for leadership in mentoring other members of the policy team. For this one, if you get in touch with Chitra, she'll be able to talk to you about this role, and I'm sure many other opportunities within the Wellington policy space. Okay, and the last one here is an HR administrator, so another temp position. It's based in East Auckland, paying $26 to $29 per hour. It's working with a health foods brand, so a good brand to have on your CV. And for this, they're looking at things, the kind of tasks that you'll be doing, things like drafting agreements, contract variations, and assistance with onboarding and offboarding. If you're interested in this role, if you can contact Hemi in our Auckland office. Okay, so let's go through to the next section here. So we have, I believe we have Shavneel Narayan here today. So he gets the lucky task of being able to announce our temp of the month. So it just seems like, I feel really old saying this, but it does seem like the months are cruising by quicker and quicker each month. And I can't believe we're already announcing the temp of the month again. So this time for April. So let's pass that over to Shavneel.
But here are three of the finalists of Temp of the Month. The first one is Simone Freeman. Simone has received great positive feedback in regards to her contribution and attitude. He is always willing to learn and help out wherever or whenever it is needed. The next runner-up is Shannon Barlow. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Shannon is reliable, high-performing, and engaged worker. She is a great employee and team member. She came on board and hit the ground running. Her customer interaction is great, and she always gets good results. And the last finalist is Eric Vitale. Eric has been a great asset to our team. He joined us at a busy period but has jumped straight on. Eric has been a big help and is always willing to learn, and he is a great tip. And for the finalist and the winner of Temp of the Month for this month is Shannon Barlow. Cool.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, Shannon. And now that some of the COVID restrictions are lessening, I hope to be able to get out to see you soon and reward you for your good work. But excellent to see all the great comments. I know our temps across New Zealand always do a great job in putting in those hard yards. So it's great to see them recognised as well. Keep up the good mahi. Okay, let's go through. The last thing to do is to look at the results of our poll from last week. Okay, so again, talking about rising living costs, we asked is the cost, particularly of petrol, influencing the job locations you target? So we were starting to see a number of our candidates deciding not to consider roles that were too far from home or would require them to drive, mainly because of the cost of petrol. And let's see what the results say. So yes, so the majority there, 45% said, yes, actually, I'm only looking at close to home roles. We had, yes, it is having an impact. I'm looking for opportunities with increased work from home options. And then just 18% said, no, it's the job that matters most. I'm going to get there however I need to. So interesting to see I guess a pun's going to come up. Shavneel will love this, but interesting to see those increased petrol costs driving changes in job seeker behaviour. Okay, what do we have this week? All right, how would you describe your job search in 2022? So as we keep facing new challenges, the options are: I'm looking, I'm burnt out, so I need something else. Not looking, but I'm open to offers. I'm looking, but maybe I should stay where I am, or not looking at all. So again, the not just living costs, but I think the effects of COVID as well, and looking at how that is changing the way that our job seekers act, or their intentions for the year. Okay, well, that wraps it up for today. A very sunny day here. I'm impressed. And also just a shout out to Mark Smith. So great for Tamaki Makaurau to put on this beautiful sunny day. We've eventually been able to get the group managing director from People to People in Sydney across the ditch to visit us in New Zealand today. So pleased to see that we're putting on a good show. We'll see you next week at the same time. Ngā mihi nui.